This is Christy Benson. I'm going to share with you my research. This is the impact of organizational culture on employee behaviors, the mediator effect of leadership engagement to drive and sustain the organizational performance in a nonprofit environment. We are going to examine how the culture within a nonprofit organization can actually impact the employees' behavior by the degree in which leadership is actually engaged to drive and sustain that organizational performance. Leadership is actually an interaction between two or more members or a group that often involves a structuring or sometimes a restructuring of the situation and of the perceptions and the expectations of the members of the team. Now, leadership can be found in a lot of different places, such as schools, home, and various businesses as well. And leadership within an organization that is for profit versus nonprofit, it's not exactly alike. In a nonprofit organization, there's a lot of great cooperation, assembling of teams, and this type of leadership is more democratic in nature. Now, a leader in a nonprofit organization really creates a culture that should really advance the nonprofit's mission and goals as well. It has been explained that there are some contributing factors that do lead to performance of the workforce. And one of those factors actually includes the internal motivation and the drive in which the employee possesses. It's been explained that there's some really good evidence that shows that workers really put forth that extra effort when they work for an inspiring boss who leads employees to really be motivated. Now, a leader is also someone who sets those goals and vision, and when the goal is not clear, this actually weakens the enthusiasm and the efforts amongst the employees as well. For the framework, you can see here it's illustrated. Now, the theoretical framework that will be used for the research paper is actually going to provide a foundation for the predicted forecast about the relationship between the performance, which is the dependent variable, and culture, which is the independent variable within a nonprofit organization. The researchers' theory is that there is an influential relationship between the performance and the culture within the work environment. And this will be based on observations, investigations, and interpretations of confidential survey results as well. Now, the framework was actually going to serve as a Sherpa or a guide, and this is going to systematically describe the powerful relationship among these two research variables I just discussed. Now, in order to keep a solid framework, there will be a detailed review of literature, theories that will need to be prudently evaluated by the researcher, and this will allow a critical assessment and to be more cognizant. The plan for literature review will help ensure that there really is a focus within the research. It'll assist with providing that critical review or that critical eye of the material, and it will help identify gaps within the reviewed research material. A literature review is really important to answer those research questions and to determine if any research has actually been done on the topic. Now, in order to ensure that the research is really logical and effective, the research questions will be used when performing the lit review, and the lit will actually related to the research study or the original source, and we'll make sure it's cited as accurately. A timetable with the milestones has been developed, as you can see on the far right hand side, and this is to ensure some timely literature review is completed. And then on the far left hand side, you can see the small boxes that actually illustrates where some of the literature will be evaluated and pulled from. Now, for the research method, the research will actually test the hypothesis of an influential relationship that really is between the two research variables, cultures and the outcome or performance. The factors that are going to be considered to determine the importance of the research actually include the importance of the topic related to the performance and the sustainability. as well as time to carry out the research and the actual willingness and availability of resources as well. Data collection procedures is going to include a 20-question path goal leadership questionnaire that uses a scoring system of 1 to 7, and then rates it from never to always, and that'll be the primary data collection tool. And as you can see, on the far right hand side is an example of the path goal leadership questionnaire, which is shown. Now, the research is going to be conducted in a large nonprofit organization located in North Texas. The questionnaire will be provided during the week of March 18th through 25th. The respondents are going to be directed towards leaders who are at least manager level or above within the selected organization. The sample size will be 25 leaders, and it will use primary data that's collected by the investigator. In addition to the questionnaire, there will be some structured interviews that will be conducted, as well as observation. And once the data is collected, it will be processed and analyzed, and will be tested against the hypothesis. This concludes my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Have a great day.